Coming up on Fulton Today, dozens of residents agreed to be the eyes and ears of the community for the Fulton County DA. We'll explain why.
Sheriff deputies evacuate the Alpharetta City Jail for an unexpected reason. I'm Brian Robinson and I'll explain why.
And aspiring young writers look to win big by learning from some of the best. That and much more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. We've got those stories and more for you coming up. But first, an update on those assessment notices. As you may know, Fulton County property owners have been waiting to receive their notices after the Board of Assessors experienced an unexpected mailing delay. The board's official spokesperson, Jessica Corbett-Dominguez, gives us an update now on the notices and the other news coming from the board's last meeting. So, Jess, what's the latest?
Thank you. Fulton County residents should expect to receive their 2019 assessment notices in the mail the week of June 17th. They will also be able to find those notices online at the Fulton County Board of Assessors website. Those notices will reflect their 2019 property values and will begin the 2019 appeals period for those property owners who wish to seek an appeal.
And Jessica, what are some of the other topics the Board of Assessors discussed that residents need to know?
Well, the Board of Assessors and the staff of Fulton County have been very busy inputting the 9 different homestead exemptions that were adopted by Fulton County taxpayers in the 2018 general election. Those will be reflected on their 2019 assessment notices in most cases. Residents can look online on our website and learn more about those homestead exemptions, which provide a variety of property tax relief. We encourage residents to go onto our website, learn how they can submit corrections to their property, how they can file an appeal if they wish, how they can learn more about how to interpret their assessment notice, look at comparisons to other properties. There's a wealth of information and we hope people will take advantage of that.
Jessica Corbett, great information. Thank you again for joining us on Fulton Today. Now, if you have questions for the assessors, you can contact that office directly or you can check out their online services. Now, in the wake of Fulton County residents calling for solutions to the crime challenges in their community, one of the county's most successful community prosecution initiatives makes its return. The Fulton County District Attorney welcomed a crowd of people, all asking to be a part of the Citizens Court Watch program. The group volunteered for training at the Fulton County Government Center. DA Paul L. Howard Jr. and county judges say this group is often dubbed as the eyes and ears of the community in court.
It gives a voice to the community's concern that we too often, don't hear in court. Defendants are well represented in our jurisdiction, and it's important that we hear what was going on in their life at the time the crime occurred, but we don't hear often enough from the victim, which is sometimes the community.
Participants had the opportunity to speak with community prosecutors as well as hear from guest speakers.
We want to better America by basically getting citizen involvement to actually see the processes of government.
Well, just see what's being offered and what avenues we have as a resident of Atlanta, Fulton County, to see how we can come together and solve issues.
Created by DA Howard, Court Watch allows average citizens to engage in the criminal justice system by attending court proceedings and, when deemed appropriate by the court, provide a community impact statement during criminal court proceedings.
My thought was, rather than just telling people about the outcome, that they should get the opportunity to come down and see it for themselves. And so I think that's important to see it, to see the members of the criminal justice system, the prosecutors, the judges, and the public defenders, to see how they are interacting and to get some judgment of whether or not they are acting in the benefit of their own communities.
Each citizen was given an award for completing their training. If you want more information on the Citizens Court Watch program, you can call 404-423-6567 or just send an email to Crystal Lunsford. A code red evacuation of the Alpharetta jail forces Fulton's sheriff's deputies to relocate inmates to another facility. FGTV's Brian Robinson joins us now to explain why this unexpected situation took place.
Shania, the scenario you just described was part of a drill that deputies here at the sheriff's headquarters inside the Justice Center tower plan for multiple times a year in case a real emergency should occur. After receiving the message, these sheriff deputies quickly put on their safety gear before informing inmates it's time to evacuate. Thankfully, in this instance, there was no fire and the smoke was fake. The sheriff's office calls this a code red mass evacuation drill that involved EMS and fire, as well as the Alpharetta and Roswell police departments.
We need to have these at least once or twice a year to keep us in good practice and good form, just in case we have an actual emergency where we have to evacuate the jail.
After the inmates were evacuated from their cells, they were led to a transport van. However, while en route, another unexpected scenario occurred. Once the injured received help and everyone was accounted for, the transport van raced to a nearby facility with the help of a police escort.
Okay, broken up unit, repeat the traffic.
If you're going to make mistakes, now is the best time to make them, when it's just practice. So that'll cut down on any negative things happening, when we actually do have an emergency situation.
The lieutenant colonel also said drills like this are important, especially for new employees.
We have to keep prepared because we do have attrition that we have to deal with. So we have new people coming in to the sheriff's office. So they may not have that as a part of their training. So we have to do it every now and then to make sure that all the employees know what to do in case we have a serious mass evac situation and we have to evacuate all the inmates out of the facility.
Since there have been instances across the country where inmates have perished in fires, Fulton Sheriff deputies are doing their part to ensure their facilities are safe for both inmates and staff. Now, the sheriff's office did say they had a pretty good drill overall. Deputies and other agencies involved did get together for an after-action meeting to evaluate the drill. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you, Brian. Fulton Citizens University students learn how the county takes care of the young and the old, as well as those without a home. The class visited the Helene S. Mills Senior Multipurpose Facility, where senior services representatives discussed how their department helps seniors maintain their independence and remain self-sufficient. The students also learned about the department's finances, the 4 senior centers, and the programs offered there. Then representatives from the Department of Community Development discussed the Youth Commission, the Housing and HUD divisions, and homeless programs.
This overall is a great discussion on how much the county really cares about its citizens, regardless of their age, regardless of their social or economic status. So I really enjoyed talking about the different programs and the potential that we as citizens have to be able to tap into those type programs to not only for ourselves, but also for individuals within our communities.
Not only did we find out about the services that the senior centers provide for those seniors who might need daycare services or meal services, they also provide classes for independent livers, and those services start as early as the age of 55. That was interesting.
Next week, the class discovers how the county ensures that all people are healthy when they visit with members of the Board of Health and Behavioral Health. Fulton's information technology team says farewell to a group of Georgia State students as they prepare for the real world. An internship program within the IT department gave the GSU seniors the opportunity to tackle real IT problems. When the program began back in January, the students were split into teams and tasked with completing projects. The hands-on experience not only helped them to engage in data analytics, their work also benefited the IT department.
I think it really is important to engage students with Georgia and the Georgia State University community, really giving back to the community, but at the same time really giving them a platform so that they can go ahead and use their expertise to help the citizens of Fulton County. So really it's a win-win situation on both sides.
It picks you up and lets you know what is expected for when you're actually in a real workplace, because a lot of my friends that have internships or actually hired elsewhere, I kind of tell them about my experience here, and they say this is what you're going to get, so you need to prepare.
I thought we would just be doing PowerPoints and just writing stuff out, but it's not. I actually got to use the skills I was using in class, like coding R scripts, database stuff like SQL. I was able to use all that in this program, and that's something I will be using when I go off into my real job, like after college.
The semester-long pilot program was initiated last year with just 4 students, and this year that number jumped to 18. IT officials say they hope this internship program continues to grow so that more students can use their expertise to help citizens of Fulton County. And still to come on Fulton Today, details on who District 6 residents should contact regarding county issues following the loss of their longtime commissioner. Our district-by-district coverage is next. Seniors remember a special commissioner who advocated on their behalf, and another commissioner gives young people the tools they need to become successful writers. Here's this week's District by District coverage. We began with Chairman Rob Pitts, who was working closely with the District 6 staff following the passing of District 6 Commissioner Emma I. Darnell.
I'd like to just assure the people of her district that nothing has changed. Services are still being provided. The only thing that has changed is that her staff is now reporting to me and my office and my chief of staff.
Now, each District 6 employee can remain in the office for 6 months. The chief of staff or the person designated in a similar role can stay on until someone is appointed by a new commissioner. Residents with issues or concerns regarding District 6 matters can still contact the office. The number 404-612-8222. The email address district6@fultoncountyga.gov. District 4 Commissioner Natalie Hall has been accepted as one of a select group of leaders in county government from across the country to participate in the 16th Annual County Leadership Institute. The training that is happening this week in the nation's capital equips county officials with practical leadership strategies as they explore innovative approaches to address key issues facing their counties and constituents.
I was honored to be nominated by Dave Wills, who is the Executive Director of the Association of County Commissioners of Georgia, to attend the National Association of Counties County Leadership Institute. The National Association of Counties allows for just one nomination per state, and I was honored to hear I was selected as that one nominee representing the state of Georgia for this outstanding leadership opportunity.
The rigorous program was developed by the National Association of County, known as NACO, and Cambridge Leadership Associates. And since its inception, it's graduated 331 leaders from over 172 counties across 45 states. District 5 students take advantage of a summer writing program aimed at strengthening their storytelling and creativity. Fulton County District 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. hosted the 3rd annual Right to Rise Young Writers Workshop and competition in competition with Friends of Wolf Creek and the Opus Cultural Lifestyle magazine.
You have to be extremely descriptive and set a good example, and just use all your imagination that you possibly can. Don't worry about writer's block. Just believe in yourself.
The Right to Rise Young Writers Workshop and competition seeks to assist young writers as they develop enthusiasm for and expertise in their own writing.
Well, for the most part, what they do is help me improve on the way I write. They consider me to be a good writer, so being able to improve on that it's pretty cool.
What I love about writing is it helps you to be able to get your thoughts out on a piece of paper, and it helps you, when you get all your thoughts out, you can combine them and make like one story that could be good for other people to read.
The workshops held every Saturday in June include authors, writers, and industry professionals who will help guide participants through a comprehensive preparation program focusing on personal and professional development as a writer. And finally, seniors at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility host a special ceremony in remembrance of one of their staunch supporters. Participants of the facility danced, sung, and read all of the favorites of the late District 6 Commissioner Emma I. Darnell. Those in attendance say they wanted to host their own service so that they could honor the commissioner in their own special way.
To me, it meant my opportunity to really say goodbye. We went to the funeral and the services and everything, but it still wasn't as personal as this was because this is the Darnell family. And so it's just more of a personal moment for us to say goodbye and remember her for what she was.
It was awesome. The program gave us a whole new, in case you didn't know anything about Emma Darnell, the program presented it in so many different ways. I was just so impressed. It was so excited. And now I'm so empowered. I just feel absolutely awesome just for being able to attend. I thought it was an honor to be able to attend, and I enjoyed myself immensely.
Commissioner Emma I. Darnell passed away on May 5th. She served as a commissioner for over 27 years. And yes, in every one of those years, she was a fierce advocate for seniors. Now you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with a rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And still to come on Fulton Today, the county's summer youth interns are on the job. Stay with us, everybody. Hot temperatures are already proving deadly when it comes to leaving children and pets in hot cars. Already in 2019, at least 9 children have died in these tragedies, and public safety officials fear the number could rise. Angela Johnson is with the Safe Kids Fulton County organization. Welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
All right, so yes, we know that when the temperatures heat up, we see an increase in the numbers of kids left in hot cars. How common has this tragedy become?
Unfortunately, it is very common. On average, 38 children under the age of 15 die each year from being left unattended in a hot car.
And there are a number of things that people can do to prevent this from happening. What are some of the tips that Safe Kids recommends?
Safe Kids recommend that you act. A represents avoid leaving your child unattended in a hot car. C, create reminders. Place your cell phone, purse, books, any type of item that you know that you need to exit. When you exit the car, place that with your child or children in the back seat. And T, take action. If you see a child in the car alone, we ask that you call 911 immediately. Do not wait for that parent to return to the car. That child could be in danger.
Yes, and by all means, get them out. Now, we've seen that leaving kids in cars can also result in legal and criminal consequences. What is your organization doing to inform residents about these dangers?
That's a good question. Parents and caregivers, please know that you could go to jail or you could lose your child. We at Safe Kids Fulton County, we're providing community education throughout Fulton County to its daycare centers. This is where our most vulnerable groups reside.
All right, Angela Johnson with Safe Kids Fulton. Always great information. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
Well, not only are Fulton professionals reminding parents about the dangers of hot cars, they are also reminding parents about the free tip line available for teens facing mental health challenges. The county launched its Text for Help program earlier this spring, and the anonymous tip line offered in Fulton County schools can help students reaching out for advice on everything from depression, academic stress, to substance abuse. Teens can connect to a licensed clinician who will respond within 3 minutes, 24 hours a day.
The response was really good. Students really liked the service and needed the service, and we just continued to expand out to make sure that we protected response time from the licensed clinicians, but it really fills that gap that we needed in evenings, weekends, summers, and students being able to access help in a mode that they feel most comfortable.
The Text for Help Anonymous tip line number is 1-844-823-5323. Well, the newest group of Fulton summer interns is officially on the job. Teens in the Summer Youth Internship Program kicked off their work experience with orientation in the Government Center Assembly Hall. Expectations, rules, and guidelines were given to the 2019 summer class.
The expectations of the youth have primarily been that they are going to be given an opportunity to work in their field of their desired field, such as medical. We have a number of interns that are interested in the medical field, and Grady Hospital is one of our partners. We have youth that are interested in film and production. We have several production companies that have partnered with us, even our own FGTV.
The experience will give Fulton County students a chance to get hands-on experience in a number of departments and agencies.
I think I will be working in real estate. I chose that department because it sounds interesting. I want to work in business and stuff.
I am so grateful to have been selected to do this program again, and I hope that I have an enjoyable time down at Grady Memorial.
And unlike many internships, these work experiences come with a small stipend. The program is a part of the county's Department of Community Development. And still to come, library patrons, young and old, celebrate the start of summer break by heading to their local library. We'll tell you why when we come back. Well, school is out for the summer, but the fun and education continues at your local library. The Fulton County Library System's annual Summer Reading Kickoff program is officially underway. The festivities began at the Peachtree Library with story time and special performances.
Well, it keeps kids involved with reading at the early ages with pre-literacy initiatives, and then kids who are on school vacation, keeping them tied to books and keeping those good practices up throughout the summer.
We strongly believe that starting literacy as early as possible is very important, and Mr. Ken is just wonderful.
The Summer Reading Program is a national program that the Fulton County Library System participates in every year. The theme for 2019 is the Universe of Stories.
So it's actually focusing on space. So it's going to be a really fun summer full of STEM-related programming at the libraries. We're going to incorporate space into just about everything that we do. So there'll be a lot of science and math and technology going on this summer. So we encourage everyone to participate and come to our programs.
Along with those programs, you can once again sign up to track your reading, discover great books, and earn badges and prizes, as well as earn entries for a grand prize drawing. To learn more about all of that, you can just log on to afpls.org. And finally, a look back at a quarter of a century's worth of public art. To celebrate 25 years of the county's public arts program, representatives from Fulton's Arts and Culture Department hosted an exhibition reception and catalog launch at the Peachtree Gallery inside the Government Center.
Today we're celebrating the public artworks that have been created over the last really 25 years, but most particularly the last 10 years, across the breadth of Fulton County. We're celebrating not just the art, but the artists, and we're celebrating the impact that has on Fulton County.
The exhibition contains photographs of several public works of arts commissioned for Fulton County facilities. And the new catalog features remarks from Fulton's chairman and Arts and Cultures director and highlights artists who have projects on display in various county facilities.
The piece that I contributed is called The Force Proportional to Their Masses, and it's a series of portraits that I did, of historical portraits that I recontextualized of African-American aviators that overcame the impossibility of flight early in flight and then throughout history achieving all the way up to the space shuttle.
The Fulton County Public Arts Program began in 1993 when the Fulton County Board of Commissioners adopted the Arts in Public Places resolution to ensure that arts are accessible to citizens throughout the county. And before we go, our reminder that FGTV wants to connect with you online. Be sure to follow FGTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news. And you can watch a replay of this show and any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.